Hello and welcome to the show. Listen, we've got a great show planned for you. I told you we have some phenomenal women who are coming on for Women's History Month. And this year we've been talking about live your dreams and enjoy life. That's what it's all about. And in Women's History Month, that's what we're going to do. Live our dreams and enjoy life. This week's guest is none other than LaKisha L. Warmack, First Lady of Claflin University. And I know we're going to have a good time talking. And so I just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy because it's coming up next.
The Cecil Williams South Carolina Civil Rights Museum is the Palmetto State's first and only museum. It honors a generation of people, black and white, throughout the state of South Carolina who deserve to be remembered for their unselfish commitments and sacrifices. Enjoy an immersive and entertaining virtual tour. For more information, visit www.cecilwilliams.com.
Hello, everybody. It's Finkley of The Michael Finkley Show, and you're watching Gold right now. Why? You're watching The Tammy Show. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the show. I tell you, we've got a great show planned for you. As I told you, we are featuring some phenomenal women, and this phenomenal woman is a devoted wife, a dedicated mother, a devoted daughter, registered nurse, loving, kind, amazing. That's how I know her. And with a magnanimous personality. She is none other than the First Lady of Claflin University. And I want to introduce you to her, Mrs. LaKisha L. Warmack. First Lady LaKisha Warmack, I've been talking about you. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Listen, this thing about connecting and internet and all, it's crazy.
It's one of those days. Tech is not on my side today, but hey, I'm here. Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right. That's right. I introduced you earlier by saying that you were a devoted wife, dedicated mother, loving daughter, registered nurse, a loving, kind, and amazing woman, and the First Lady of Claflin University. That's how I introduced you in the beginning. And so I want to find out from you, tell us, if people were to ask you today, who is LaKisha L. Warmack, what would you say to them?
Well, I think you pretty much summed up, who I am. Like you said, I am a wife, I am a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend. I am a lot of things to a lot of people. But first and foremost, I am a woman of faith, a woman of God. My faith is really important to me, and that is what keeps me going throughout the day, from day to day. And I can attribute that to my mother, who is a woman of God and of strong faith, and who instilled that in me at an early age. So one thing I know how to do is exercise my faith and get a prayer through. So I am thankful to her for instilling that in me. And that is what I do with my daughter. There are a lot of things that you can teach your children, and being able to know how to pray and form that relationship with God is very important to me, because you can't always be around and be with them. So as she continues to grow into a young lady, that is one thing that's going to carry her through and to sustain her.
That's right. And Morgan, as we talked about earlier, Morgan has grown up to be so beautiful. I mean, she was already cute, but now she's this young lady. And I remember her when she was like this, and now she's like this. I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah. So I know as a mother, you're very proud of her. What are some of the lessons that you are teaching her as a woman?
Yeah, so just number one, respect yourself. We tell her all the time, and me specifically, you have to respect yourself. You have to teach people how to treat you, first and foremost. And just knowing that you have to be respectful to others at all times. It's that golden rule thing, treat others how you want to be treated. And just with her being younger and in middle school, I try to instill in her, if there's someone new at the school who is sitting by themselves at the lunch table, just go over and talk to that person. You know, just being kind. That's the one thing that we teach her all the time. Just be kind to people, treat people how you want to be treated, respect yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
those are just some of the necessary things and key things that we teach her. We affirm her all the time, give her positive affirmations, letting her know that she is beautiful, she is more than enough, she is smart, she could do anything she puts her mind to. If she works for it and put in the strong work behind it. I think sometimes we get lost in the you can be whatever you want to be. You absolutely can, but you have to work for it as well.
That's right. And you know, that's one of the things that I was talking about earlier, because as I said, I'm honoring and featuring women who are extraordinary, ordinary women doing extraordinary things. And you are one of those women that I admire so much, who's been doing a lot. And I talked about, you know, as I was waiting for this internet that with all the technical difficulties,
Yeah.
talking about what's happening at Claflin University and how you are able to help the young women there on the campus. Talk about some of those initiatives that you have on the campus. And then I do want to talk with you about your profession as well.
Yes, absolutely. So I tell people all the time, higher education is not my wheelhouse. I have higher education degrees, but my wheelhouse is healthcare and the medical arena. So as you stated, I am a registered nurse. I've been a registered nurse for 20 years. I have both my bachelor's and my master's degree in nursing. Started off as a nephrology nurse or dialysis nurse and parlayed that into education. And I've been in the education realm for about 15 years now doing education. So that is where my heart is. And so that is where I feel like I can offer that to the young ladies here and staff as well here at Claflin University. So all of my programs are geared towards healthcare, self-care, things like that. So mind, body, and spirit, that was one of the signature programs that I started. And I plan to start that back up. Of course, you know, during COVID, things happen and everybody is trying to get geared back up to start those things again or resume those things that you started. So mind, body, and spirit, where I bring in professionals that speaks to mental health, physical health, and then also bringing in that spiritual aspect as well. As I stated earlier, that's something that's important to me. Women Empowerment Wednesday. If she can see it, she can be it. So I believe in pouring into young ladies so that they can see what's in front of them and what they can aspire to. Because we talk about, you know, exposure a lot. Sometimes you have to be exposed to things and you have to be shown something to know that you can indeed achieve that. So that is just a couple of the programs that I've started here at Claflin University and that are near and dear to my heart.
That's right. And then, of course, you have coming up, and I just talked about that as well, the First Lady's Scholarship, Hats and Glove Scholarship Tea. Talk about that.
Yeah, so absolutely. So this is Sweet 16. This is the 16th annual First Ladies Hats and Gloves Tea. So of course, you know, that was here before I got here. So I want to give honor and props to the late Alice Carson Tisdale, who actually started the First Ladies Hats and Gloves Tea. Thank her so much for that foundation. And what I'm doing, I now have the torch and I am keeping that flame burning. You know, students out there, the deserving young ladies, they need this scholarship. And so just being able to step in for those young ladies and continue to provide scholarships for them so they can continue that transformational experience that they get here at Claflin University. So I'm super excited about the 16th annual First Ladies Hats and Gloves Tea. It will be March 23rd this year. And not only is it Sweet 16, it is even sweeter because we will be at the new Claflin University Student Center Ballroom. So I am so excited and looking forward to it. Not only am I excited to recognize the scholarship recipients, but also super excited about the phenomenal women that we are honoring this year. And so, as you know, we recognize Women's History Month, as we started out talking about a little bit. And this year's theme is Women Who Advocate for Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. And we have 6 powerhouse nominees here that we're going to honor on the 23rd at noon at the Claflin University Student Center Ballroom.
That's right. Well, and I saw the list of women. I mean, these women are amazing, and I know two of them very well, and so I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it, to being there and dressing up with my hat and being there. And again, I want to thank you for being one of your honorees last year in media, as I was telling everyone. And so that was an honor for me. And, I'll always remember that. And thank you so much for that.
You are welcome.
First Lady, as we talk about Women's History Month and about being women, I just talked about having women in your life that you celebrate, women that you keep up with, because so many times we tend to tear each other down. But I say it's so important for us to uplift each other. Can you speak to that aspect of what it means for us to be women, be in partnership, be in collaboration? Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. It's not a competition at all. It is room for each and every one of us. And I want to share a quote, and I want to read it because I do not want to misquote, but it's one of the quotes that I love, and it is by Serena Williams. And so she states that the success of every woman should be the inspiration to another. We should raise each other up, make sure you are very courageous, be strong, be extremely kind, and above all, be humble. So I like that quote from Serena because it's just what you said. We should be our sister's keeper. We should be able to lift each other up. No need to tear each other down. I mean, we go through so many things as women. And so we look to our sisters, to our aunts, to our friend, whoever that may be, for encouraging words sometimes. And you never know who may need that encouraging word from you, or who may need that little push to go ahead and make that next step, to step out on faith, to start that business. You never know. Just you speaking those positive words of affirmation into that friend or that sister or that aunt or that cousin, or sometimes it could be your mother, whoever it may be, to give them that push, to keep them moving forward and lifting as we climb. There are so many things we could do together as a collective if we just come together as one. And this is the time to do it. What greater time during Women's History Month? This is the time that is set aside, which we can do it every single day. But we now have an allotted time to just lift each other up and check in. Like you said, we hear it all the time is that strong friend. Nobody checks on that strong friend. So I'm going to encourage everybody that's listening right now, check in on that strong friend. Because that strong friend may need your words of encouragement, your affirmations, because guess what? You can't pour from an empty cup. And sometimes that strong friend may need you to fill that cup sometimes because they're so busy pouring and giving. Because as women, that's what we do. We're going to give. We're going to pour. We're going to do everything we can for others. And sometimes we just need that reciprocated sometimes. So I employ each and every one of you. Like you said, Tammy, who do you check up on? Go down your list. Get your phone. Get your contact list out this month. And just say, oh, well, I hadn't talked to her in a while. Call and check in. Even if you don't call, some people don't like calling. Now everybody wants to text. Even if it's just a text message to say, hey, thinking of you. You could do it, my sister. I see what you're doing. I saw you on IG. Okay, girl. You never know how just that little brief text message may brighten someone's day.
That's right. Wow. That's a powerful word. And it just speaks to the essence of how this show started today. Even though with the difficulties, there was some of the same things that I was saying. So folks, I'm not crazy. I'm thinking we all are thinking the same way. I
didn't hear a word you said because I couldn't connect.
Goodness. So see, that's what we talk about when we say divine connection. It's nothing but divine connection. First Lady, I do want to ask you about the life lessons that you learned from your mother as a woman, the things that she taught you about being a woman. What were those life lessons?
Yes. And so I spoke a little bit about those earlier. And like I said, it's just always about respect. respecting yourself as a woman, teaching others how to treat you. And I reiterate that because that is what she taught me as a woman. And, sometimes I think back to how it's like, oh, why some of my friends get to do these things, or, why do I have to be in at a certain time and they can do whatever they want to do? Some of those things that you think or you thought that was so strict, when you look back, you think, wow, I really thank my mom for telling me these things, or for giving me that curfew, because you never know what you are being protected from sometimes. So just those little life lessons. And like I said, just always being able to pray. Again, I have to reiterate about my faith. And some people just think that it has to be this elaborate prayer. It does not. It's a conversation. It's all about a relationship. Just like you and I are having a conversation. That's all it is. It's having a conversation, dialogue, but also taking the time to listen.
That's right.
I'll tell you one thing my mom does. She'll call me sometimes and she'll say, what did the Lord say? So it means you have to be listening.
That's right.
In order to hear what someone said. So again, it doesn't have to be anything spectacular. Just have a conversation and just be in a place where you can be still and you can listen. So if I had to, again, package up my life lessons from my mom, it's just knowing what it is to be a lady, knowing how to respect others and having others to respect you. And like I said, knowing how to get on that line and get a prayer through, and just having that relationship and strong faith.
Wow. First Lady, you summed it up, because next question was going to ask you, what do you want the viewers to glean? You just summed it up. That was it.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, listen. And so I want to ask you, what's next for you?
What's next? You know what? I have something that's brewing in the background, but I'm going to hold it close to the chest.
That's it.
Because I'm working on manifesting some things, but it's going to be something great for the HBCU community, for that space. Again, all I know is healthcare and women. So it's going to be one of those two things. So I'm excited about some things that I have in the works, but honestly, just super excited about restarting or resuming some of those programs that I started when I got here. I hear from the community all the time, when are you having that mind, body, and spirit? So looking forward to doing that mind, body, and spirit, but also just looking into some things where it's collaborations with community members, whether it's dietitians or things like that, where we can really get in that demonstration kitchen and really start inviting the community out around healthy eating habits, and trying to teach how to cook healthy meals that are budget friendly, because we know that, sometimes we know all groceries are expensive right now, but we all want to eat healthy and have healthy options. So again, something around women and something around healthcare. So be on the lookout for those things coming soon. Mind, body, and spirit, hopefully to resume in the fall, and then Women Empowerment Wednesdays as well.
That's right. And you please keep me posted, of course, and let me know when this mind, body, and spirit. And I love, if you can see it, you can be it. I always love that. And
one thing I just want to talk about with the Women Empowerment Wednesday before we go is that reaching out. So I just want to say the Claflin University community has just been great. Orangeburg community, Claflin University alumni base has just been an absolute joy. They have welcomed us right in, and anytime we reach out, they are right there, whether it's willing to give their times, their talents, their gift, and even their monetary donations. But as it relates to Women Empowerment Wednesday, I actually reach out to Claflin alums who actually come in on that power hour. It's from 12 to 1. But, you can bring your lunch, you can eat as you chew on your food, but then also digest some nuggets that the guest speaker also impart as well. So they talk about their careers. How did they get there? What are some challenges? What are some things they took away from Claflin University that prepared them for the real world, and some things that they encountered in the real world? So it's always a power hour. I enjoy it so much, and the audience enjoys it as well. So again, be on the lookout, Women Empowerment Wednesday,
Women's
and
Empowerment
Mind,
Wednesday.
Body, and Spirit, which is typically held in October of each year. So hopefully this October we'll get it up and going.
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. I want to just say to you, thank you for all that you do for our community here in Orangeburg, the Claflin community, but more important, the community of women, because you have inspired me and inspired me more than you will ever know. So if there's anything that I can do for you, Morgan, President Warmack, you've got it. And we're just here for you. And I look forward to March the 23rd for the First Lady Hats and Gloves. Folks, it's not too late for you to get tickets.
It's not too late.
That's right, for the First Lady Hats and Gloves. And what time again is it going to be? Just give us a recap.
Absolutely. So the 16th annual First Ladies Hats and Gloves Scholarship Tea will be March the 23rd at noon. Vendors will open at 10:30. The ballroom doors will open at 11 a.m. But again, the program starts at noon. We got a couple of surprises this year, so you do not want to miss it. Claflin.edu, so www.claflin.edu. You can go there and find more information about the tickets. It is not too late. Get your tickets, get your hats, and get ready, ladies. You do not want to miss it. I say ladies, but fellas, you are invited as well. This is a community event. This is a scholarship event. It's a fundraiser. So again, it goes back to the students. This is why we're here. This is the purpose of this event. Yeah, we want to look cute, put on our hats, our dresses, come out, fellowship, have fun. But at the end of the day, it's about the students and supporting them as they matriculate here at Claflin University, a top 10 HBCU, nationally ranked for 13 years in a row.
Yeah, come on. See, that's why you're the First Lady of Claflin University. You just have it all. What are 3 words that describe you?
3 words that describe me. I would say observant. I would say funny. And I would say kind.
That was one of my words in your introduction. Kind. And you are funny too, because folks don't know it.
I like to think I have a good sense of humor, so I like to have fun.
You do. And so, First Lady, I tell you what, I am just so blessed and so happy that you could join us. I'm glad that the internet did finally work with us and that you were able to join us on this show. I can't thank you enough. And again, hello to your family. And I love you. If there's anything I can do, all you have to do is call.
Thank you so much, Tammy. And I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I love the hair. I meant to tell you that earlier.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. You're quite welcome. I will see you on the 23rd. And meanwhile, you just have a great week and enjoy your weekend. Okay?
All right. You do the same. And to everybody, happy. Have a great Women's History Month. Remember, make sure.
Yep. Make sure.
Check that phone list and give someone a compliment during this month of March.
That's right. Thank you, First Lady. Take care.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
All right. You too. Bye-bye. All right, folks, you heard it right here. First Lady LaKisha L. Warmack. I tell you, First Lady of Claflin University. I always say First Lady because that's how I've always addressed her. But they're doing amazing things at Claflin University. You can go to www.claflin.edu. If you want to get information about Claflin, as well as purchase tickets for the First Lady's Hats and Gloves Scholarship Tea. It's there for scholarships. We want to say congratulations to First Lady LaKisha Warmack, as well as President Warmack, and of course, the First Daughter Morgan. Well, folks, we've had a great show. And I tell you, it got kind of funny in the beginning, but I hope you enjoyed it. As I talk about celebrate women, this is Women's History Month. Celebrate women. Next week, we're going to be talking with Queen Quet, the Chief chiefess, as they say, of the Gullah Geechee Nation. And she's going to be here talking about her goals, her accomplishments, her life. And I can't wait to have her on. Another amazing woman. I want to thank my producers, Alicia, assistant producers, Tiana and Willie. And remember, please subscribe to the Tammy TV Show YouTube channel. Hit that red subscribe button so that it will notify you about what's going on with the Tammy Show. Let's be a blessing to someone today and every day. Pick up that phone and call somebody. Thank you again. And remember, thank you for joining us and have a blessed week. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.